Hello, and welcome to this edition of Behind the Badge. I'm Christy Hopkins, Director of Media and Public Relations for the Harford County Sheriff's Office. Our Harford County deputies take their jobs and their responsibilities seriously, and that requires the most up-to-date training and equipment. On today's Behind the Badge, we'll show you some of the intense training and exercises that our deputies have to go through to make sure they're prepared to meet the demands of their job. Recently, we conducted a joint training exercise with our deputies, our special response team, our crisis negotiation team, and units from allied agencies. Let's take a look.
There'll be training detail from now until approximately 2,100 hours. Again, a training exercise on Sheriff 3.
All right, dispatch, we got a plane out here. It looks like someone just jumped into a plane. It's probably going to be related. It looks like there's some movement inside, possibly 2 occupants. The next vehicle coming in, see if we can get this plane blocked in, make sure it doesn't go mobile. Dispatch, shots fired, shots fired! Back up, shots fired, dispatch!
10-4, dispatch all units to 10-3 in this channel. Shots have been fired at the Forest Hill Air Park. Shots have been fired.
Dispatch, I'm hit.
10-4, now we've been hit. 1223.
Anyway, should all available units.
10-4. Dispatch all surrounding jurisdiction was Signal 13 at the Forest Hill Air Park. It's Signal 13, Forest Hill Air Park. All available units start that way.
3915, when you want to cover? I need to play clothes. I got a vest on. I got my duty belt and my vest. I mean, the shoulder, dispatch, left shoulder.
10-4, hitting the left shoulder.
Anyway, I have 1218 with the OSU, one extend. 1223 dispatch. I can't make it to 915.
My name is Captain Eric Gonzalez of the Harford County Sheriff's Office. I am currently with the Special Operations Division with the Sheriff's Office, and we're doing some training today in reference to work with our SWAT teams and our negotiation teams and our command bus teams. We do different scenarios for different types of incidents that could happen because you have to prepare for so many different things in this type of a profession, obviously. But today, the training scenario is based on a hostage situation that moved throughout the county. The kidnapper took a hostage into a plane on a runway here in Harford County. The Special Response Team, or SRT, which is the Sheriff's Office SWAT team, they're the guys and gals that would go in and actually effect an arrest in this type of a situation. Also involved is our Crisis Negotiation Team, our CNT. Their mission is to gather intelligence and to hopefully get a hold of the suspect in the case and then hopefully talk that suspect down to have a peaceful resolution. The goal of this type of a training is that, number one, you get experience. So there may be a new operator that's working that has never been to a barricade or any type of situation, so they get some type of realism involved. Secondly, it's so that we can find what do we need to know, what do we not know, what training do we need to get that we don't have, what contacts do we need. Other things that would come into play during this type of training would be the public information officer, the media liaison. So obviously the public at large who's watching one of these incidents unfold in their community is concerned and wants to know what's going on. So part of our job as the Sheriff's Office is to not only make sure that the scene is secure and that we're making sure everything is done correctly, we're also trying to make sure that the community at large understands what's going on and that we're doing everything possible to make sure that they're safe. You have so many different elements here, from PIO, SRT, CNT, command bus, patrol division. A lot of times our criminal investigative division will come into play, or maybe our drug task force, because everybody brings a little piece of element to it. It's a little piece of the pie that basically puts it all together and allows us to have a full picture of what we're seeing, so that ultimately the goal, no matter what anyone that tells you, we want everyone to walk away safely and everyone get the help that they need.
Our deputies have to be prepared to handle a variety of incidents and situations. Our special response team is trained to respond to high-risk incidents in a way that maximizes the safety and security of our citizens while reducing or removing the threat. Let's talk to one of our special response team leaders about how they're trained to do that.
Hi, I'm Senior Deputy Greg Jordan with the Harford County Sheriff's Office Special Response Team. I'm currently assigned as the team leader for the unit. SRT has one ultimate goal in mind, which is to save lives. Our deputies assigned to the Special Response Team are continually training and preparing to resolve critical incidents in a peaceful manner. SRT's primary function here within the Sheriff's Office is to assist patrol and other units in high-risk situations such as armed barricaded subjects, hostage rescue, high-profile security details, woodland searches, maritime operations, and civil unrest. SRT is currently comprised of 20+ deputies that are and primarily a secondary function. These deputies have a primary assignment within the Sheriff's Office, and SRT falls as a secondary assignment for them. The members of SRT are required to attend our weekly training, where they cover over 50 individual skill sets, which will include our counter snipers, our breachers, and our entry elements. Within those skills are further broken down into firearms training, physical training, occupant control, security details, and woodland patrols. Within that, these operators have to maintain a standard amongst the team to stay proficient in handling critical incidents. On top of all the weekly training and requirements and standards these members have to meet, those members also are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to fulfill the operational requirement of SRT. In order for a deputy to become eligible to come out for SRT, they must first have completed either 2-year probationary process or that process in another agency to be eligible to come out for the team. Once that has been established, they must submit a letter of interest and a resume to their commanders, which must be approved. Following that letter of interest, they have to come out to a selection process which is set up as firearms training as well as physical training standards they must meet and actually successfully pass. After those selection criteria are passed, they will head out to an oral board where SRT leadership will question the individuals as far as policy, procedure, and judge their decision-making processes. After that has been successfully completed, they will head off to a 3-week basic SWAT school that is over 150 hours and is extremely intensive in both physical, mental training for those individuals. Here at the Harford County Sheriff's Office Special Response Team, our members are well equipped and trained to peacefully handle critical incidents within the county. We're here for you, and we know what to do.
Today, behavioral health issues affect as many as 1 in 5 people, and we have developed a center to provide a single point of contact and access to care if you or a loved one is suffering from a behavioral health crisis. A behavioral health crisis refers to both mental health and/or substance use issues. The very first thing you or a loved one should do if experiencing a behavioral health crisis is call our 1-800 number. This number will connect you quickly to an experienced team of behavioral health professionals who can help you assess your crisis situation and decide what your immediate next steps should be. These steps can include a mobile crisis team visit to your home, coming to the crisis center or setting an appointment for next day assessment, calling for emergency services and going to the closest emergency room, or a referral to another resource in our area. Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP when you need help, and please visit our website to learn more information about the services we provide.
Welcome back to Behind the Badge. Much of the work of the Sheriff's Office happens behind the scenes in our Forensic Services Unit. Let's take a look at one of the ways we analyze evidence in the process of investigating crimes.
Hello, I'm Corporal Brad Gaynor with the Harford County Sheriff's Office Forensic Services Unit. When we recover firearms in the field, we bring them back here to the shop and test fire them to gain additional evidence so that we can pursue additional leads and see how that gun may have been used in other crimes. Here at the Forensic Services Unit, we use this bullet recovery tank to discharge a firearm into this port, into this tub which is full of water. The water will slow the bullet down and preserve it so that we can recover it and examine it later. Now that we've completed the test fire, we're able to pull the bullet out of the water, and we are left with one fired bullet. And also from the netted area, we retrieve the fired casing, which is this. Now that we've recovered the bullet and casing, we're able to examine them microscopically and look for the marks that are imparted on the firearm to the bullet and to the casing. Now that we've identified the markings on the bullet and casing, we're able to enter this information into a national database and determine if this gun was used in any other crimes.
It takes courage, honor, and integrity to be a member of the Harford County Sheriff's Office. Deputy First Class Nate Tatum is here to tell us about his commitment to safety and to the community.
Every day I face new challenges, obstacles, and scenarios which keeps my job very exciting. Hi, I'm DFC Tatum with the Harford County Sheriff's Office, and I'm here to tell you why you should join. I've been a Harford County deputy for about 5 years now. Prior to that, I served 14 years in the United States Marine Corps. The reason that I joined the Harford County Sheriff's Office is because during my recruiting days in the Marine Corps, I got an opportunity to meet with the people and fall in love with this great community. As a Harford County deputy, it still allows me to go out and meet more and more interesting people and allow me to serve the community that I've grown to love and share deeply in my heart. My typical day usually starts off at 11:30 p.m., the evening shift, or midnight shift as we call it. During that time, we conduct a roll call where we get information that happens to the shifts prior to us about things in the county. Once roll call ends, I go into patrolling my sector, which can range from the Baltimore County line all the way to the Susquehanna River. During my time on the shift, I handle calls from traffic complaints, noise complaints, domestic incidents, robberies, armed robberies, and vehicle thefts. After my shift ends, I get an opportunity to do my secondary assignments, which are drill instructor, SRT member, and honor guard member. Once my shift ends, I could be called out as far as the SRT mission or even an honor guard mission. After that's done, I might even get an opportunity to go train our future recruits as a drill instructor, which I truly love. So why should you join the Harford County Sheriff's Office? It's simple. We're a large enough agency that you can advance your career, but small enough that you get that brotherhood and camaraderie that you might desire. During their 30-year career, you can go from a patrolman to a detective, K-9 officer, or even school resource officer. The choice is yours, and it's all what you make it. We're a great place to work, and we're proud to serve the citizens of Harford County with courage, honor, and integrity.
In order to become a sheriff's deputy, our recruits have to meet a high level of physical standard. Here's Deputy First Class Amanda McCormack to tell us more.
To be a successful Harford County Sheriff's Office deputy, physical fitness is something that's really important. I'm Detective Amanda McCormack, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about what we expect from our recruits. So there are 3 main components to our physical fitness assessment. First, you'll begin with timed push-ups for 1 minute. You'll be given a 2-minute rest period, and then you'll do timed sit-ups for 1 minute. You'll be given a 5-minute rest period, and then you'll do a 1.5-mile run. All of these standards can be found on the Harford County Sheriff's Office website. So to get a little bit more into what we expect from you, we'll start with the push-ups. From there, it's very important that you keep your back straight and your elbows bend at a 90-degree angle on your way down. It'll be important that you're going all the way down and all the way up, and there'll be a counter there to make sure that everything's going according to our standards. Next, we get into the sit-ups. Important things for that is to keep your fingers interlaced behind your head, and you want to come all the way up until your elbows cross the center of your knees for 1 full repetition. Again, you'll have counters there to make sure you're doing everything according to standards. And the final part will be the 1.5-mile run, and for that, there's no required standard other than just make sure you're maintaining the pace the whole time throughout. So in order to become a Harford County Sheriff's Office deputy, we do require high physical fitness standards. So my best suggestion for anyone looking to become a deputy would be 1, to go to our website where we provide a fitness training plan that you can follow in order to get your standards up to our standards. My second suggestion would be to just practice the tests that we discussed a few times a week until you feel confident about your performance. We hope to see you out here soon.
If you are interested in joining the Sheriff's Office, head to our website for current job postings or to fill out an interest card for future openings.
Slow things down and explore the timeless beauty of the Barn Quilt Trail of Harford County. Marked by hand-painted quilts, each location offers a unique adventure. Share new experiences and support local business as you discover rural Harford County, Maryland.
Come experience the culture and history of rural Maryland and take a trip on the Barn Quilt Trail of Harford County.
Welcome back to Behind the Badge. The holiday shopping season is upon us, and for thieves, that means opportunity. Let's get some tips on how your holiday gifts can end up where you intend them.
The holiday season is a prime time for criminal activity. I'm Sergeant Warren Brooks with the Harford County Sheriff's Office. I'm here to offer you some tips to make sure you have a happy and safe holiday season. Make sure you park in a well-lit area. That way you can see what's going on around your vehicle as you approach. Also make sure you have your keys in your hand ready to get into your vehicle. That way you can focus on your surroundings and not have to worry about looking down and fumbling for your keys. Another thing to remember is to keep your goodies and other valuables out of sight, preferably in your trunk. Be sure to lock your vehicle and set your alarm. You don't want to leave an unsecured vehicle in a shopping center parking lot. Also, let someone know where you're going to be, how long you're going to be out, and the best way to contact you. Here are some things to keep in mind this holiday season when you're not shopping. If you plan to visit family or friends out of town, be Be sure to lock your home and set your alarm. Also, have a family member or trusted neighbor keep an eye on your home while you're away. Additionally, do not post your plans on social media. Wait till you return home to share those photos with family and friends. Be wary of people going door to door. This is the perfect time of year for scammers to take advantage of your generous spirit. Also, if you plan to make charitable donations, please make sure that you're giving them to a reputable company. Once you've enjoyed your holiday season, be sure not to leave your big ticket item boxes by the curb. Take them to the landfill yourself. Setting them outside is like creating a shopping list for thieves. Also, be sure to log all of your serial numbers. In the event that your items are stolen, it'll assist in trying to locate them. Following these safety tips will help you have a happy and safe holiday season.
And don't forget, it's important to respect the space. Here are Sergeant Mike Lane and Rachel Harbin to explain.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Mike Lane with the Harford County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit.
And I'm Rachel Harbin, Manager at the Harford County Government Office of Disability Services. Reserved parking spots for our citizens with disabilities is a very important issue year-round, but especially at this time of year.
In order to use a handicapped parking space, you must have either a placard or special tags. In order to get a placard or special tags, you have to submit the proper documentation to the Motor Vehicle Administration. Once the Motor Vehicle Administration approves your application, they will issue the placard or tags and also an identification form identifying you as the rightful user of that placard or tags.
Accessible parking spots are important in our community because there are people who need them in order to access shopping, grocery stores, and other social activities. It's very important that the people who do not use them stay out of them so that people who do need them are able to get out in the community just like the rest of us.
The fine for this violation is $140. On the sign behind me, you see it says $120. That's recently been increased to update to the state standard of $140. If you are caught using a placard without having the proper form identifying you as the user, that placard will be confiscated and the actual user will have to reapply.
Most people are familiar with seeing someone who uses a wheelchair using one of these accessible parking spots. But sometimes you may see someone get out of a car in one of these spots that seems to be walking just fine. Be careful to reserve your judgment because often there are disabilities that are invisible. Someone may have a heart condition or another reason that their doctor has deemed it necessary for them to have a handicapped parking spot.
The Harford County Sheriff's Office conducts year-round enforcement of handicapped parking spaces. Closer to the holiday season, abuse of these handicapped parking spaces are more prevalent, at which time we conduct an initiative called Respect the Space. Stay safe, slow down, wear your seatbelt, put down the phone, and drive sober.
Thank you for helping to keep our community accessible to all. And remember, year-round, respect the space.
And while we're focusing on the holidays, why not get into the spirit by contributing to our annual Sheriff's Christmas Drive? Here's how.
Every year we here at the Sheriff's Office help approximately 140 families during the holiday season. Hi, I'm Steve Thomas, Youth and Community Services Coordinator for the Harford County Sheriff's Office. Let me tell you a little bit about this year's annual Holiday Christmas Drive. This is our 37th year for the Christmas Drive. What started out in 1982 for a handful of families has blossomed into what we have today, where we serve approximately 140 families throughout our community. The Harford County Sheriff's Christmas Drive is designed to help those in need throughout our community. We take donations from the community and business partners and forward them to those families in need. So how do we determine who gets assistance from the Christmas Drive? We get referrals from community organizations, community groups, government agencies, and deputy referrals. We also have a hotline for those in need to contact for assistance during the holiday season. Some of the items you can donate to the Harford County Sheriff's Christmas Drive include toys for infant to 14 years old, boxed and canned food items, and we also accept monetary donations, which would be made out to the Harford Sheriff's Foundation. If you'd like to donate, please give us a call and we'll coordinate. If you'd like to drop off, we have drop-off locations and boxes at the Northern Precinct, the Southern Precinct, our headquarters, and the detention center. What better way to celebrate the holiday season than to help those in your own community? Let's make this our 37th year the best yet.
Members of the Harford County Sheriff's Office are involved in civic and community work every day and in every season, going beyond the badge to strengthen our communities. Earlier this week, Corporal Robert Todd, Senior Deputy Matthew Schuller, and Senior Deputy Mark Pilichowski, all from the traffic unit, were honored for their aggressive driving enforcement by the Maryland Department of Transportation. We honor them and thank them for keeping our streets and highways safe. Helping the inmates at the Harford County Detention Center prepare for their return to society is an important aspect of our work release program. Sergeant Danny Haslip can tell us more.
Hello, my name is Sergeant Danny Haslip. I'm with the Harford County Sheriff's Office, and today I'll be telling you about the work release program at the Harford County Detention Center. Those persons that qualify for the work release program are those persons committed by a judge to be work release eligible in Harford County. Also in the process, we ensure that workman's compensation is adequate and up to date. We ensure that there's reliable transportation for the work release participant. We ensure also that the participant is drug and alcohol free, and conduct an orientation between the employer and the employee. Our job is to make sure that the work release participant goes to work and is at work during the scheduled times, remains drug and alcohol free, and follows the rules of the program. We conduct periodic testing and on-site visits to ensure that this happens. Work release exists to help inmates maintain a connection to the community while repaying their debt to society.
Now let's check our cold case file. On the morning of November 27, 2009, 24-year-old Brandon Eugene Saunders was found murdered in the rear of the 600 block of Yorkshire in Edgewood. He was found with a gunshot wound and was pronounced dead at the scene. It is believed the shooting occurred sometime the night before the body was discovered. Detectives continue their investigation into this crime. However, there are currently no suspects in this murder. If you have information about this crime, call us or submit an anonymous tip. Well, that's all for today's show. We have lots more to share with you about who we are, what we do, and how we keep you and your family safe here in Harford County. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for more information about our agency between episodes. Until next time, for Behind the Badge, I'm Christy Hopkins.